get no rest, I get no sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of the SA Artist Spotlight. Not only is it our 1 year show, but it is also the first time we are featuring an EDM artist, and we couldn't think of anyone better or more locally Cape Town than the one and only Mr. Grimehouse.
Congrats on 1 year.
I get no rest, I get no sleep. I've got some trouble in me. Just waiting for something or waiting for someone. I've got some trouble in me. I try to resist what I can't live without. It's harder to breathe when all I feel is doubt. I can't resist you, I won't resist you. I try to resist what I can't live without. It's harder to breathe when all I feel is doubt. I can't resist you, I won't resist you. I am waiting here without you. Tried to reach you, tried to feel you. Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I'm still waiting. I am falling here without you. Tried to reach you, tried to feel you. Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I'm still waiting. Wasted time. Wasted time. Sharp at the edge. Wasted time. I try to resist what I can't live without. It's harder to breathe when all I feel is doubt. I can't resist you, I won't resist you. I am waiting here without you. Tried to reach you, tried to feel you. Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I'm still waiting. Wasted time. Wasted time. Sharp at the edge. Wasted time. Just wasting time. Just wasting time. I try to resist what I can't live without. It's harder to breathe when all I feel is doubt. I can't resist you, I won't resist you. I am waiting here without you. Tried to reach you, tried to feel you. Am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I'm still waiting.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. Now I feel that we can converse. Let's talk about Grimehouse, the persona.
I'm the same person. The stage persona stems from me having extreme stage fright that I cannot get over at all. If I were to take off the mask, I don't even think I'd be able to perform anymore.
Really?
It's gotten worse over the years. Most of the time my eyes are closed and I'm looking down, but if I look down like I'm looking at the floor now, it still looks like I'm looking sort of. So nobody really wants to see an artist with his eyes closed looking at the floor his entire set. So this helps me cope with not having to look at a big crowd of people.
Okay, well, let's just talk about that. The mask brings this kind of whole little bit of theatre and character to your show.
Eventually it's ended up forming part of a brand, and it's turned me into a brand. Like people are buying masks like that. There's people that's created games. There's a Grimehouse app on the App Store. So it's definitely created a whole other aspect to my simple DJ performance. And we've got a live show which is called The Pit, which the entire stage is basically built around the look of the mask and the persona, which is pretty cool.
Now, when you started with this persona, did you ever envisage it growing into what it is now, or was it just something very simple that's just literally taken on a life of its own?
Yeah, it just basically started with me having stage fright and wearing a mask, because I have an obsession with masks. I have hundreds of masks I've been collecting since I was a kid. I don't know why, and it's just picked up from there. Like, some days I don't feel stage frighty, but if I don't wear the mask, people scream at me and shout at me. So it's become me now, and I'm happy with that.
All right. Now Grimehouse has existed as Grimehouse since about 2012, right?
Yeah.
So you've been around for a while. What are some of the changes that you've seen or that you've noticed kind of within the local EDM community, especially in South Africa now? The good and the bad, if any.
The scene has grown 10,000 times since then, and I think it's because of the inception of EDM taking over globally, and there's so many new artists coming out, so many great DJs, so many great producers, and even more shit DJs. It's harder for talented producers to come out just because there's such a sea of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they are struggling to come out is because they aren't bringing anything new to the table. They're just following what's big overseas at the moment, and things change so quickly. Like, you can have one genre which is the most popular thing in the world at the moment, so like dubstep, and a couple of years ago dubstep just completely vanished off the face of the earth. We don't even know how long the EDM scene is going to last. It sort of took over the band scene so quickly. Tomorrow it could just jump back again.
You've just touched on something that even baffles me at times, and I'd love to hear your take on it. The EDM scene is kind of surpassed the stereotypical popular things. What have you put that down to? You look at festivals now again, and all the money and high level production has been pumped into the EDM festivals, and the support is just overwhelming. And then you look at some band clubs and band festivals like struggling to even cope.
In my opinion, it'd be the promoters who do these festivals and gigs. It's for them. It comes down to money. For a promoter to throw a fest, if he wants to pull 10,000 people, back in the day, it booked like maybe 5 gigantic bands. You got to look after so many different people and bring in so much more equipment. If you need 10,000 people in a stadium, there's one EDM DJ out of those top 100 DJs. Any one of them, you just put that one guy there.
That kind of crowd, yeah.
Yeah, with these 2 flash discs that he plays off of, and you'll pull the same amount of people. So I think the promoter side, they're just moving there because it's a lot easier for them to manage. It takes a lot of stress off their shoulders.
All right, now, excuse my ignorance, but I probably think that I could speak for a lot of people out there, because you see DJs get up nowadays and they plug in an MP3 player and hit loop and throw their hands in the eye, and you know, like a lot of purists sit back, or musicians, and go, well, what's so difficult about that? But there's obviously so much more that goes into your art form.
Yeah.
There you have it. Breaking news. Grimehouse, simple as plugging in your USB and putting your
But
hands in the
I'll let
sky.
you finish the question.
What kind of goes into preparation for a show?
Me personally, I've never actually prepared for a set. I just take a whole bunch of songs and I copy it over to my flash drive and I go play. There's no real musical challenge at all, and I can see where musicians come from when they look at that. The kids don't really care about musicality anymore. They just want to stand there, see the guy standing there, take a photo of him, and that's it. What goes on stage is usually nobody really cares. For the masses, not for every single person, but it looks like that for the masses.
Given such a flooded market, how easy or difficult is it to make sure that you stand out?
The only way is doing it differently to how everyone else is doing it. The people that run the scene, it's not the promoters. The promoters sort of curate the scene.
Mm-hmm.
The DJs don't run the scene, because the young kids are always saying like, it's who you know to get in. You can't get in unless you know somebody. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not true. It's not true at all. The consumer runs the scene. The people who are paying tickets
Mm-hmm.
for the shows and that come to every event, support every event, they basically run the scene. If you build enough demand for yourself among the consumer, no matter, even if every promoter in the country hates your guts, they're gonna have to be forced to book you because they can't ignore demand.
Okay, finishing off, near future 2016, what does it kind of hold for Grimehouse?
I just finished an album. My live show is called The Pit, which we I don't only plug in USBs. I have my live band that plays with me, a live guitarist, live drummer, and
Awesome.
all the vocalists that feature on the albums and stuff. Definitely the biggest lighting show in Africa for a single artist performance. So we bring in a big stage. And this year we're going to be taking the pit on tour to every city in South Africa. So that should be fun.
Well, listen, Grimehouse, nothing but the best for 2016 and the future. Super excited to see what you're bringing. You're constantly changing things up and kind of taking the game to the next level.
Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you. And
Thanks for having me.
We'll keep up to date.
Thanks to everyone watching.
All right, so general knowledge music quiz. If you know the answer, you raise your little Africa animal and you make a noise of an elephant, and I, a lion.
Should have told me to work on my elephant skills, but it's cool.
Okay, question number 1. Which international DJ recently graced Fiction in Long Street?
It was Skrillex.
What is the first note on a piano?
First on the scale or first on your left hand?
Left hand.
G.
No.
Like a guitar, E.
No.
All right, obviously it's F.
No,
C.
it's B.
Next.
I go to piano school and I still failed that question.
Who won Best Dance/Electronic Album at the Grammys in 2016?
Jack, you.
Kwaito is an evolution of sound from which popular South African
Soweto.
music genre?
Choir music. You should know this. What kind of elephant is that?
I don't know what time it is. Afro House.
Okay, the second part will count.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. I can also say 7 words and hope one rings out as an answer. All right, next.
Which EDM artist teamed up with Linkin Park
Okay, finish.
on A Light That Never Comes?
Don't you know it?
These questions are far too themed in one general
It's,
direction.
Steve Aoki.
Yes. Which extremely famous singer and actor interrupted his music career in 1958 to go to the military for 2 years?
Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Damn it. Well played, sir.
Thank you very much.
Which record label signed the Spice Girls, the Smashing Pumpkins, Janet Jackson, and Genesis?
It was Simon Cowell's label. Simon Fuller.
No.
Universal.
No. Virgin Records.
On the tip of my mask's plastic.
Who wrote the theme song to the popular TV series Friends?
The Rembrandts.
Holy shit.
Pow! Come here with your beady Cyclops eye.
Which famous international rapper is performing in Cape Town on the 22nd of March?
No, wait. Elephant sound. Nicki Minaj.
Yes. Which country's national orchestra is bigger than its national army?
Austria.
No.
Monaco.
There you go.
All right, we'll call that a tie. Not really. You kind of kicked my backside. All right, guys. Thank you.
I bring my battleships to war with sword and shield and high. I won't let him win. We got another plan. I bring my battleships to war. Through thick and thin we'll go. Won't stop until we conquer this war we've come to know.
Have you ever sat back and kind of thought, well, am I missing out on all the cool shit teenagers my age normally do?
Yeah, like sometimes, but then I get to see what I've sown, I've reaped in reward. When I look back at everything, I don't regret it one bit.